I'm talking today to Peter Hamilton of televisiondocumentary.com. Peter, tell me, what is television documentary?
Well, it's a weekly newsletter that reaches about 10,000 subscribers worldwide, and our focus is on the exploding field of non-scripted, unscripted, factual television, which includes reality TV and documentaries as well.
What is happening to the availability of documentaries within the North American television system at the moment?
I would say in North America and worldwide there has been an implosion in demand for classic documentaries, either for 1 hour specials or theatrical docs or limited series, for instance a 6-part series on secrets of the pyramids or something like that. Slots for these kinds of programs have been evaporating pretty well across all territories, although there are some exceptions where there's still a healthy demand. But in North America, evaporation would be the word that I would use.
So the number of 1 hour documentary or 55-minute documentary slots is really reducing.
They're really reducing. I mean, traditionally there were slots that were stranded or branded thematically, and they would acquire documentaries from different producers to fit their theme, whether it's a histories mysteries type theme or secrets of the universe or whatever the theme or the genre was. So there would be employment for a number of documentary producers to create individual docs within that strand. By and large, those strands have been replaced by reality series in which a single order is made for 6, 10, 13, 26 documentaries that revolve around typically one character or one set of characters. So the movement is away from docs towards character-driven series.
And turning now to the reality shows, what's the big show of 2011 been?
The big show in the United States is called Porn Stars, and that's spelled P-A-W-N, as in pawn shop. And the history of Porn Stars is really very instructive. The executives at the History Network, which used to program history documentaries, particularly World War II, were trying to reach a younger audience because their audience was aging out, getting older, and therefore not as valuable to advertisers. So they wanted to keep the faith with their history mandate, but show more contemporary, character-driven series. They recognized with the onset of the recession after the collapse of Lehman that classically TV audiences and entertainment audiences were drawn towards series that dealt with tough times and had a bit of a rough sense of humor. So they put out a call to their producers through their agents and preferred producers for a series that was set in a pawn shop, or they had a couple of other settings as well. And it so happened that one of their production companies, Left Field Pictures, was in Las Vegas, which is one of the most heavily supported tourist destinations in the States, and they found a family, the Harrisons, who ran a pawn shop in Las Vegas. And this family turned out to be just incredible natural talent, and the rest is history. The series, I think, is now in its 4th season. They've probably produced 120 episodes.
And what kind of audience share is that getting?
Well, history just, is still getting, by broadcast standards, a tiny audience.
Because it's a pay TV channel.
Yes, it's in the United States. It's on Basic,
yeah,
which is distributed by cable and satellite. But History Channel's in 100 million homes or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And Porn Stars is getting 3 million viewers, plus or minus. Forgive me, I don't have the data in front of me, but for its prime time viewing.
And how would that compare with a prime time free-to-air television show?
The more successful free-to-air shows are rating in the high single-digit millions and low double digits. The days of getting 20 or 30 million seem to be long past, except for really special TV events.
So looking forward to 2012, what's going to happen this year that will be big in the factual TV area?
I think that the swing towards big character-driven series that involve some kind of jeopardy or some kind of risk is going to get bigger and bigger, and I think that unscripted television is going to continually eat up the slots of drama and scripted television, and that more and more networks are going to impart the energy and the resources to develop these kinds of series.
And coming back to documentarytelevision.com, what's the kind of coverage that you do in your blog?
Well, as I said, we post weekly, and the features that our audiences really love, and it's a worldwide readership, they love our case studies, because we will analyze a model for the development, production and distribution of different types of programs, whether it's a classic documentary co-production or a reality series like Porn Stars, and we've devoted a lot of space to Porn Stars, including on our YouTube channel, documentarytelevision.com. We have interviews with all the principals involved in Porn Stars. And we also have done case studies on travel and other shows. And our mission is to get beneath the surface of the celebrities and so on, and look at the business of the television business. And these case studies have been a big hit for us.
And you were describing to me earlier that you'd done one of NHK, the Hong Kong.
We're in the process of doing that, actually. NHK, of course, is the Japanese public broadcaster, like the BBC, and they are a huge enterprise. They have a massive science unit, and they recently produced and are about to distribute a multi-part series called The Cosmic Shore, and it's about the borderlands, the border territories between the Earth and its gravitational pull and atmosphere and outer space, and the transactions that occur between those two areas, like the meteorites going one way and weather conditions that are imparted from the Earth out into space. And they actually developed a very expensive $1 million camera that they put on a space station in order to document these events.
And when will that program be airing?
I think it starts in April. I know they had a special last year,
yeah,
and it will be distributed around the world. It's a very unusual, because it's, as I said, part of this evaporating market for documentary specials. It's unusual, but a very high-end, science-driven documentary series.
Peter, thanks for talking to me today.
Thank you so much, Russell.